Hello and welcome to Happy, Healthy, Fit, and Fabulous and day 11 of the 31 Days to Your Best Year Yet series. Today's message is a powerful one because so many of us do this without even realizing it. And that is shrinking ourselves to make other people comfortable. Hiding parts of who we are, softening our brilliance, downplaying our gifts, staying quiet when our heart wants to speak, dimming our light so we don't trigger, intimidate, or upset anyone. We don't do this because we're weak. We do this because life has taught us to survive by being smaller. But we are not doing that anymore. This is the year that it stops. Shrinking yourself doesn't happen in one particular moment. It happens slowly, quietly, and over years of conditioning. Maybe you learned to shrink when you were praised for being easy, quiet, or good. Maybe someone criticized you for shining your light too brightly. Maybe you were told that you were too much, too emotional, too confident. Maybe you were taught that keeping the peace mattered more than your truth. Maybe you felt judged for wanting more. Or maybe you felt safer taking up less space rather than being misunderstood. And because you're strong, and because you care, and because you never wanted to make anyone uncomfortable, you started making yourself uncomfortable instead. And that's how shrinking begins. Here are some of the subtle ways that shrinking yourself may show up in your life today. Laughing off your achievements, silencing your opinions, apologizing for things that aren't your fault, downplaying your goals, pretending that things don't bother you when they do, carrying the emotional weight in the room, avoiding success because of how others may react, hiding parts of your personality, and making yourself smaller so that someone else can feel bigger. And the saddest part about this is, most of it is automatic. It becomes survival behavior, not conscious behavior. But my friend, you deserve to live, not shrink. You deserve to take up space here. Here's the truth that I want you to hear today. Your presence isn't a problem. Your voice isn't too loud. Your dreams aren't unrealistic. Your gifts aren't intimidating. And your power isn't too much. You were never meant to shrink to fit into someone else's comfort zone. You were meant to grow. You were meant to expand. You were meant to rise. You were meant to shine. You were meant to take up the space that belongs to you. And you are allowed, fully allowed, to become the most authentic version of yourself. Not the quiet version, not the watered down version, not the safe version, but the real version. So here's how to stop shrinking yourself from this moment on. Number 1, notice where you minimize yourself. Awareness is the first step. Where do you hold back? With who? And in what situations? Knowing these things helps because clarity gives you power. Number 2, let yourself take up emotional space. Your feelings matter. Your needs matter. Your voice matters. So speak them, even if it's softly at first. Number 3, set boundaries that honor your energy. You don't need to be accessible to everyone. You don't need to be everything for everyone. You are allowed to protect your peace. Number 4, celebrate your strengths without apology. Your brilliance helps other people. It doesn't harm them. So let your light shine. Number 5, allow other people to have their reactions. Their discomfort is not your responsibility. And shrinking yourself doesn't help anyone grow. And number 6, practice shining your light. Give your opinion. Wear the outfit. Ask for what you need. Share the idea. Try the thing that scares you. Allow yourself to be visible again. So here's what happens when you stop shrinking yourself and dimming your lights. You start to feel more confident in who you are, more expressive and free, more aligned with your true self, more energized and inspired, more respected, and more connected to your purpose. I want you to remember that expansion is your natural state. You were never meant to live small. So here's what I want to leave you with today. You don't have to shrink to be loved. You don't have to shrink to belong. You don't have to shrink to keep the peace. You don't have to shrink to make others feel bigger and better. My friend, you are allowed to show up fully, to show up boldly, to show up softly, to show up confidently, to show up authentically, and to show up completely as who you are. The world doesn't need a smaller version of you. The world needs the whole version of you, showing up fully, boldly, and authentically. Thank you so much for spending a part of your day with me today. I truly do appreciate it. If today's message resonated with you at all, make sure you're signed up for the 31 Days to Your Best Year Yet ebook, which is a companion to this series. The ebook will contain lessons, reflections, and mindset shifts from this series, and it will be sent out the first week of January 2026. If you're interested, I'll leave a link to the waitlist down in the description box below so that you can join. Again, thank you so much for spending a part of your day with me today. I hope that you will be joining me tomorrow for day 12 of the 31 Days to Your Best Year Yet series. Have a wonderful rest of the day. Take care. Bye.